All right, I am Pops, and I've started to watch Beef over on Netflix. You got to beef with somebody because this show is centered around a beef between two people who have some serious issues. That's for sure. The premise of the show is Glenn from Walking Dead. What does he play? He plays Danny, right? I mean, it's like just looking at Glenn from Walking Dead. I couldn't. I'm having a hard time seeing him, Stephen, when being anybody else. But here we go. Um, the show is predicated on the fact that there's been this moment of conflict between Danny and Amy. Amy is a small business owner. She's at this big store and she's negotiating this deal. Okay. Danny's there trying to do return without a receipt. He's backing out of his space. She's pulling through. So they kind of do this car collision moment, and they both honk at each other. And she flips him off. He loses his mind because he's having this bad moment. It's all of that perfect storm of road rage that just creates a snap. And then they both leave that situation with the baggage from it, which escalates all of the other personal chaos. And over the first two episodes, which is what I've watched, we now unpack a lot of what's going on in each person's life. It's about trying to understand these people getting to that breaking point, all the different stressors and things like that. And then the twist is he gets her license plate. So then he tracks her down. He lies to get in her house, antagonizes her. So then she retaliates because she gets his license plate. And then she starts going after him as well. So now you've kind of pitted them against each other. Yeah, it continues to escalate. So before I give you like a ton of my opinion, I don't think I really spoiled anything at this point. Let me stay pretty high level and share the footage with you a little bit. I don't think I'm going to spoil too much. This is the trailer. So let me get into that a little bit. So here you can see Amy. And she's coming home. And right after this happens, and the husband's like, "Are you okay?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine." And then, of course, this is him. He's going through a struggle as well. So you have a little bit of what happened there. Um, and then let me jump to this incident. Yeah. Okay. So he's backing out. She's pulling through, right? He completely starts losing his mind. And it becomes like this: I'm going to follow this person. Now, it turns out to be a woman, but he doesn't know that when this is all transpiring, right? And they're like racing through traffic. They're zipping in front of people. They're driving in the grass and on the sidewalk. It's completely nuts, right? Um, and by the way, she pulls the actual move right here. Watch this. Now, I'll say this: the spoiler is totally ruined. I'm so glad I didn't watch any of this footage. I just took your guys' recommendation to watch this. I knew the premise of that there was road rage. That's all I knew. I'm so glad I didn't see any of this. They spoiled the entire sequence in this trailer. So if you haven't watched the trailer, don't watch the trailer. I've jumped over pieces of it, so at least you can enjoy it for what it was. And it is just a ridiculous, over the top thing. Again, I'll get to more of that in a minute. Let me see what else we get. And you end up with just the different lives the two of them lead. This is this wealthy person that she's having to suck up to. This is the what he does for revenge moments, and there's like back and forth. And then this is the brother. So there are some interesting characters. Now I'm only 2 episodes in. And I just want to say this: the show does work very, very well. But I will say, Danny's the jerk. Like, you went through the checkout, you don't have a receipt, you returned a ton of stuff. They should have just told you to just come back with the receipt. It was so unbelievable. It's like the person gets on the intercom, like, "Please don't do returns unless you have." I mean, this is so ridiculous. I don't know that's ever happened. I mean, I actually, as the husband, I will volunteer to do the returns most of the time. To be honest, it's no big deal. You know, um, yeah, it's just, and he's the one backing out. And based on where she was, I mean, she's driving way too fast in the parking lot. I get it, but it just becomes completely nuts. Um, then he tries to paint himself as though he's the good person in all this because the family drama is like crazy everywhere, right? But he's like this good person. Well, he's just as much of a mess as everybody else. He's always bagging on the brother, and I'm like, is the brother that bad? I mean, he just seems like a video game kid who figured out crypto and some other stuff, and he's into girls, whatever. I'm like, okay, he seems like a regular dude, bro. Like, what is the problem here? And it's more like a reflection of his insecurities and things like that. So I think all that works pretty well. Her side of her universe, I just don't really care too much about. I don't care about the weird wealthy white lady, the husband who's like a total, I don't even know. It's worse. I don't think cuck or simp are appropriate adjectives for this husband. He is just, oh my gosh, this uber generic soy human that's a pathetic representation of a male in this relate. Like, I don't even know. I mean, I guess isn't it his family that's wealthy and that left all this stuff, but it's just stuff, right? It's not actually translated into money. But then he won't sell the one chair for like 100 grand or something, and I don't know. It's some weird Californian stereotypical hippie. I just, oh, I couldn't stand all of her side of her universe, but she doesn't make it easy to like her either. And I don't really know that I get her reaction other than she's just allowed her life to be this miserable. And they're both just, I think that's it. They're just two people whose lives are miserable, but they're miserable contributing to their own misery. And now they're at odds with one another. So it's giving each of them an outlet to take out their misery on someone else that's not the family, even though the family stuff's also a mess. The show's fine. Um, Kind of better than I thought it would be. I got to be honest. I kind of went into it with a very generic, didn't know what to expect. Sort of, it's a black comedy. It's on Netflix. All right, whatever. We'll see what happens. So it's all fine. So yeah, this came out earlier this year, and I'm glad that I've kind of gotten into it. You guys, let me know what you guys think. Am I off base or not? Or is it more like just stay tuned, pops? Wait for the episode because that's kind of what will probably happen. I got it. But here's my first reaction. This is fresh off today. I watched them today, and here you are. You're getting my emotional word salad of how I felt watching episodes 1 and 2 of Beef. So there you go. I am Pops. Thanks for watching, everybody. Take care.